in our last session we understood about the string operations, right, and also about some loops and also string operations. So in today's class we will cover about system fields. Okay, system fields, or we also call it as system variables. It can also be called as system variables. Okay, sorry, just a minute. Okay, it can be system variables, or you can also call it as system fields. Why it will be called like this? The reason is we don't have to define or declare them, right? They will be available the moment you execute the the program. Okay, any program you execute, these variables will be available. You don't have to declare them, and this variable will also be filled automatically based on the statement that you have executed. Okay, each variable has its own purpose, we will see. Okay, so let's say these variables are declared by the system when any program or is declared by system at program runtime automatically. Okay, and also filled by ABAP runtime. Okay, these are filled or defined automatically by ABAP runtime. We don't have to worry too much about them. Okay, filling or doing whatever. So we have to think how this can be utilized in our program. Okay, so there are so many, but some of them are important for us. So even I think there are more than 170 system variables. Even I don't know about all of them. Only few of them I'm aware which I have used mostly, right? So the first one is SY-SUBRC. Okay, what is the use of SY-SUBRC? It is like used to check previous statement executed successfully or not. Okay, it is used to check the previous statement executed successfully or not. That's what the use of SY-SUBRC. Okay, then SY-TABIX. Okay, this will provide the current row being accessed from an internal table. Okay, which row you have accessed right now, which row you have been read, which row you have modified. So that's what it will be filled with. Okay, the current row being accessed, right? So that's what the SY-TABIX will be filled with. Then we have SY-DBCNT. Okay, so this will provide the number of record fetched from database to application layer. Okay, this will provide the number of record fetched from database to application layer. This will be filled with, I can say. And then SY-LANGU. Okay, if you want to know in the debugger which language the user has logged in, right, in the system, in that case you can check SY-LANGU. Okay, so this will be filled with the current login client. Okay, so this will be filled with current login client, right? So this will be filled with current login client. So SY-MANDT this will be filled with current login client, which client you have used to log into the system, the client number of the login, and then SY-TCODE. Okay, this will be filled with the T-code of the program. Let's say you have executed SE11 and debugging SE11. In that case, the T-code will be SE11. Okay, this will be filled with SE11. If you are executing program from SE38 and if you are trying to debug that program, then the T-code will be SE38, like that. Then SY-UCOMM. Okay, don't worry, we will use them whenever it is required. You will get to know. This will be filled with function code of button, or function code of action when user function code of action, we can say. Let's say if user click on any button, so to differentiate, if there are 10 buttons, we should have some ID to differentiate each button. So to differentiate that, we will have something like ID for those buttons. That ID, we call it as function code. So this will be filled with a function code of the button, I can say. Okay, not only button, there are other cases, that's why I'm not writing it as a button. We will see that also in the reports. SY-DATUM. Okay, if you want to know the current date of the system, means today's date of the system, in that case you can check the system variable SY-DATUM. Okay, this will provide the current date of the system. Okay, this will be providing the current date of the system. Okay, so next is SY-UZEIT. Okay, SY-UZEIT. Okay, so will provide the current system, will provide the current system time. Okay, the current system time, it will be filled with current system time. Okay, SY-UNAME. Okay, so this will provide the login user ID. Okay, this will be filled with login user ID, right? So then we have something like SY-index. You have seen this. This will be filled with current loop pass, or it is also called as loop counter. Okay, it is also called as loop counter. There are so many, but these are the important ones. Okay, so let's say for example, we will see in the system how those are filled. So let me go to SE38. Alright, I think I have to relog into the server. Okay, let it be there, no problem. We just want to see. You see, I have not declared any of those variables. I'm just executing the program, and then if you type here SY just SY, or excuse me, you can also use SY-ST, either any of these two. SY we use mostly. You see, these are the system variables which are available, right? So if you see, there are totally there's so many actually. You see, index. If you want to know the page number, okay, of list ALV report. In that, sorry, page number of the classical report. In that case, you can use SY page num. TFILL is like if you want to know how many rows are filled, how many rows exist in an internal table. So this will be filled with number of records stored in an internal table. Okay, so then SY-TFILL can be used for comparing it, and then FDPOS. Okay, if you are searching, if you are using the search statement, so in that case this will be filled with in which out after how many characters the value that you are searching for exists. Okay, so then we have SUBRC. You see it's 0 as of now because the statement executed successfully. List index, this will be filled with this will be used in classical interactive report LSIND. So this will be filled with index of screen index of classical interactive report. Okay, so then let's see. Time zone, the current login language, that is English. Screen number of the system. Okay, when you execute the program, what was the screen number of the system, screen number of the application, I can say. And then you can see here the current login client is 800. Database of the system, right? Which database that is the system is connected to, HAN database. System ID, it is important when you are working with RFC, like if you are calling an RFC function model that exists in other system, in that case you can know which system you are currently, right? This will be filled with current system ID, operating system, in which operating system the server is installed. The transaction code, you see SC38 is the transaction code. This is a SAP application server version, and you see the current date, that is 22/10 and 2022, and the current time is 7:14:37. You can see here, actually we maybe little bit changes in the system date. You can see the time here 7:19 it is actually, but it is showing 7:14 because we entered into this debugger 3 minutes before. So the current user ID which is logged in, right? And the title of the program, that will be provided in attribute section while creating the program, and the calling program, right? Calling our current program, I guess. The other one is SY-REPID. This will be filled with calling program. Okay, which program this is been called, from which program the function model is been called, like that. If you want to know, you can check this. Some of the message IDs maybe we'll see them later. Zones, you see, these are the variables that is declared automatically and also filled automatically, right? So we'll see them. So where this is been defined, there is a structure. If you want to see more about these variables, you can go to S11 transaction code and type SY here and say display. It's not coming, just type SY-ST, that is the structure, and say display. You should be able to see all these variables. Okay, there are totally 171 system variables. Even I don't remember all of them, and some of them are obsolete, you can see here. Okay, but some of them will be used. Okay, not all of them will be used every time, few of them will be used. Understood? You can also see the description about them. Are we clear? You can come here and see the description and make use of it. This is basically used in model pool program. Guys, clear to you? If you want to know whether the program is executed in a background mode, if this is X, if this variable is filled X, that case program executed in a background mode. If this is blank, in a foreground mode. Okay, if you want to know that, you can use SY batch.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
We will give SY-SUBRC equals to 0, but sometimes I have seen in the program we'll give different values as well. SY-SUBRC equals to 4, equals to 2. What does that mean?
If the SY-SUBRC is 0, that means the previous statement executed successfully. If it is greater than 0, consider it as it's failed.
Oh, okay.
Any value than 0, that means the statement is not executed properly. It's failed. Okay, so this is where you can read more about them. Okay, you see all of them are noted here with an example. You can go and also read here if you want to read more about them. What are the uses of datum and all, you see, you can see the description, right? You can also try using them or checking them here. Some of them are actually not documented, but some of them are documented already by SAP. You can also see most of them are documented. You can see them. Okay, some of them which are not important, maybe obsolete, are not documented here. You can go and also read more about those when it can be used, and some of them we'll also use in future, and you'll get to know. I'll show it to you how that will be used. Okay, how do you access this document now? Very simple. Go to documentation and say display. After that, here in the last ABAP system fields, click on this. Once you click, it will open another screen like this. In that, there you will be able to find the system variables, and you can go and read. Okay, I think we are good till now. One more thing that I wanted to cover is offsetting. What is offsetting? Let's understand. It is used to extract the characters from a string. Okay, it is used to extract the character from a string, right? So let's say, for example, okay, so now I want to extract the word collection, okay, from the text one, and I want to store in different variables. How do I do that? So that's when we use offsetting. Okay, so how can I extract now? So let's count the character 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, there are 12 characters before collection, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 characters we have to extract. Okay, so we have to leave 12 characters, and after 12 characters, what are the 10 characters are there, we have to extract, right? So let's say I want to store it in text2 equal to text1. Okay, you have to say plus, so please leave the 12 characters, and after 12 characters extract the 10 characters. This is how you do offsetting. Okay, let me show you. Do pretty printer and then activate. I'll keep the breakpoint here, then execute. Text1, you see you have this. Now if I double click on text2, it is empty. If I execute this, you see collection is extracted. This is how you can extract any string from other string, right? Understood? Clear, guys? This is what offsetting. Are we clear on this?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now for the next thing, okay, so far we have completed till here, right? System field, text element we are not at, we'll see. We are almost near to 50% of the course. If this is done, then or 50% of course is done. Okay, so let's start with messages. Okay, so what are messages? So guys, you people will send messages to your friends or colleagues or your maybe family members. Why you do that? Or what is the purpose of messages that we send? For communication, right? You want to communicate with your family members or friends. That's why you do send messages. Agree? Right? Hello?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
here also same. Let's say if you are a programmer and you want to talk to the user who is using the program. Let's say if user is doing some mistake, how do you tell him that this is the mistake that you're doing, right? If user entered some wrong data and he executed the program and there are no messages provided, in that case what he will think, program is not executing properly. Even though there is no issue with the program, the issue was with the data that is provided, but still what he will think, that program is not executing because we have not provided the proper message to the user, right? So it is really important to provide the messages to the user whenever they may do mistake, or if the program executed successfully. We have to communicate with users via messages, right? So let's say messages allows a programmer to communicate with user. Okay, messages allows programmer to communicate with users. Okay, so how do you raise a message? Messages are raised using message keyword. Okay, so messages are raised using message keyword. Okay, this is raised using message keyword. Types of messages. What are the types of messages that we have? So there are different types of messages. Error message, warning message, then we have status message, then we have information message, then we have exit message, then we have abort message. Okay, so these are the types of messages are available. Okay, how these messages are indicated? You don't have to tell the system that complete word saying error message. Okay, just there is an indicator. If you just put the message type as E, that means system consider it as error message. If you keep it as W, it considers it's a warning message. If you keep it as yes, then it considers status or success message. If you keep I, type I means it's a information message. Type X means it's a exit message. Type A is nothing but the abort message. Okay, so this is how you indicate the messages. So what are error messages? Okay, so error messages appears in a status bar in the red color. Okay, it appears in the status bar in a red color. Okay, so and when error message raised, it will stop the program execution. It will stop the program execution. When error message is raised, it will stop the program execution. Let's keep it here. Okay, next is warning message. So warning message appears in a status bar in yellow color. Okay, and when error warning message raised, it will not stop. It will continue program execution when user press enter. Okay, when user confirms it continues the program execution. It will not stop the program execution. Next is status message, or it is also called as success message. Okay, so let's say appears in a status bar in green color. Okay, when status message raised, it will continue program execution normally. It will not at all stop the program execution. The messages are displayed at the end normally. Program execution continue. Will continue program execution normally. It won't terminate the program. Okay. So information message appears in a dialog box. Okay, and when user confirms, the program execution will continue. Until unless user confirms it, program will not continue its execution. It will only continue its execution when user confirms it. Okay, till there no program get executed. Okay, next is exit message. So this message terminates program execution with short dump. Okay, this message terminates program execution with a short dump. So abort message appears in a dialog box, and it will terminate the program execution when user confirms. Okay, information message will continue its execution when user confirm, but the abort message terminate the program when user confirms. Okay, so these are the types of messages we have. Let's see that in the system. This is how you raise a message. Let's say maybe we will go with error message type E. Okay, and let's see whether it will hit the breakpoint or not. Okay, let's do pretty printer. Okay, this chapter is completely of basic, guys. You just have to understand the keywords and its usage. From coming chapter onwards, we will see how this can be used. Okay, it is just a basics. I don't want to start real time without the basics. If you are strong in your basic skills, then definitely you should be able to understand whatever I do in upcoming classes. Okay, basics are really important. It's like foundation, right? Message, let's say error message type E, and let's see it. Check for an error, activate the program. Okay, so now I'll just keep. Let's see whether the breakpoint will hit or not. I press F5, you see it will not even go and hit the breakpoint keyboard. You see it appears in a red color in a status bar like this. This is what error message. Understood about error message? So the next one is warning message. So this actually there is a problem with SAP GUI. The bug we can say, warning message still appears as a error message in the SAP GUI. That's a problem actually. It's not working as warning message, but it's working as error. There is a problem with this. That is a bug from SAP side. Okay, you see it's still works like a error message. It still appears in a red color. So let me just try. I don't know why the problem is. It is there with SAP GUI. Okay, the problem of SAP GUI. Oh, and now it's fine. I think the system is not considering type W. Okay, I just added an additional keyword like display like W, so that is working, but still the bug will not be avoided, because whenever I say continue, that the program should hit the breakpoint, but it works like an error message. But I just wanted to show you it appears in a yellow color. Okay, so I'm just using keyword to showcase you that display like warning. Okay, you see it's a warning message. If I continue, it should continue the program execution, but nothing happens if I click enter, because still it's working as an error. You see, this is how the warning message appears in a status bar. You try with your system. If you are not using SAP GUI, if you are using SAP GUI 7.40, in that case the warning message should work perfectly fine, but there's a problem here with the latest servers. Okay, just try with your system and see. And then message status message and type yes. Okay, so do pretty printer and then activate. Now you see status message actually appears in a green color in a status bar. This is actually status message if you're seeing here, and it also continues with the program execution normally. Okay, it won't stop the program execution after the message is raised, but you could observe with the warning message it is been stopped. It was not executed the breakpoint. Now I press F5, you see it's coming here. Just press F7, after that F5 again, you see it is hitting the breakpoint keyword. Okay, so and also message appears here, status message in a green color. Okay, understood guys? Clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, next one is information message. Type I. I activate it, and now I also keep the breakpoint, then execute. So now if I press F5, and maybe I'll press F7 again, F5, so let me press F8 only. See, information message appears in the dialog box like this. The moment I say continue, it will also continue the program execution. Unless I say continue, it won't continue the program execution. It will be stuck in the, it will get stuck in the pop-up screen. Understood? This is information message. Clear? Let's try abort message. Type A. Press F5, maybe F8. You see abort message will never continue its program execution. You see it's coming already in red. If I only option is exit, it will come outside of the program. It will take you to S000 or SAP easy access menu. This is what abort message. Understood? Hello, clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So the last one is the exit message. Actually this is a short dump. Okay, it creates a short dump. Let me activate. It will not continue program execution. If I execute this, you see it terminates a program with a short dump. That is what exit message. Understood? These are the types of messages we have. Are we clear, guys?
Yeah.
So one thing that we are doing here right now, okay, let's take any of this, maybe a success message or status message we will take, or let's say message. So if you see here, guys, what we are doing, we are hard coding this message in English, right? And if I want to use the same message again somewhere in the below, again I have to hard code the same text. Again, if I have to use the same message somewhere in the below, again I have to hard code text. Let's say in future, if I want to change this to some other, okay, let's say maybe to the status I want to change, or maybe user want an information message, I have to change in all three places. There are two disadvantages of hard coding. One is it is hard coded in English. If any user logins in a German and if they are expecting to see the messages in Germany, in that case it won't display. It displays in only English because it is been hard coded. And second reason is that we cannot reuse this, right? We have to write every time. If you want to change all this in that case we have to change this at all the places. So how do we overcome this? There are text elements, okay. What are the uses of text element, and why do we create the text elements? Okay, so text elements helps to reuse the text. Okay, first advantage, they help us to reuse the text. Okay, you don't have to write the same text multiple times. Once you can write and reuse it. And second thing is that it will also help us to translate the text into different languages, right? It also helps to translate the text into different languages. So how do you use the text element then? So very simple, guys. You have to go to text element here, and here just provide what are the text that you want to. Let's say information message, okay, and save, and then activate 001, right? So then you have to just remove, say, text -001. Okay, you can just reuse this everywhere. If you change at one, now you don't have to go and change at all three places. You change at one place, it will change at all three places. You see, just execute. So now information message is coming in error because I have used here type I to use type I, right? Only one time you have to change. If you want to change the text, you change at one place in the text elements. That helps to reuse the text within the program. Okay, within the program. You see, again I continue second message, third message, and the breakpoint for the fourth message. Okay, it helps to reuse the text, and it will also helps to translate the text to the different languages. You double click here, you can also see it in the debugger. Let's say you want a translation. If this the customer or the clients of this project that you're working is from Germany, they expect to see the messages in German only, not in English, right? In that case, you also have to translate. Your program should be able to display messages in German if users are logging in Germany, if it should be displayed in English if users are logging from India or from US, right? If users are logging from Korea, then it should display it in Korea, something like that. You want to create a translation, right? So how do you do the translation? So the text elements will help you to do that. Okay, I'm just writing information message and I want to transport it to Germany, translate it to German text. So I'm just changing. This is how the information messages are being said in Germany, and I just go back and I maintain the translation. How do you maintain it? Go to your ABAP editor, text elements again, and go here, go to translation, and the original language, the text is created in English and I want to translate it to German. You can select any language whichever you want to translate it to. You can say Russia for English. Okay, I think the language is not defined in the server, that's why it's not available. You try in your system, it will be available. Only DE is available in the system. So let me do it in DE, that is Germany. So information message, I just want to see that in a Germany whenever I log in Germany. Okay, let's go back and activate the text element here and go back again. Now you execute, you should be able to see the message in English because I have logged in using English language. If I log into the same server using Germany, in that case you will be able to see the message in German text. Okay, so this can be used within the program. Let me show you in German login and how the message will be displayed when it logged into the system in Germany. And here I am going to change the login language, that is D. D means Germany. So now you should be able to see all the text in German. You see it's not coming in English now, it's all German, right? So even if you go and execute the program display message in German only. See, this is the German text, right? So if you want to translate and all like this, in that case you can use the text element. If it is an hard coded value, you cannot translate it, right? If it is only the text element, you can do that. And there is also another option. You see the SY-LANGU now, it is D. D means German. Understood? Are we clear?
Yes.
See, why DE? Because German is in English, this is in German text, that's why it is DE. Okay, so if it is Korea, then maybe KO. If it is Arabic, AR. Yeah, AR. Maybe if it is Russia, RU, I guess. Russia. Yeah, something like that. RU, you can use it for Russia. Okay, there are some tables that you can see, but right now I think only few of them are defined. How can I know which table the languages are being stored? You can go to SC11 and then maybe type MAKD table. Let's see the check table for the SPRAS column. The check table for this is T002, and then go to SC16N, and you can just enter the table name T002 where all the text, all the languages have been created. And if you see there are some languages, KO for Korea, RO for Russia, I guess maybe some of the, you can see here, D for Germany, EN for English, AR for Arabic, London, right, UK, sorry, I think, don't know, it's actually coming in all German text because we logged in German language, right? If you want to see those texts in English, so in that case you have to log into the server using English language. Let me log into the server via English, and now if we go to the SE16N, and if I provide the table name T002, and if I see, you should be able to see the text. Serbian, TH for Thai, KO for Korea, Romanian, and some of them you see. RU for Russia, I guess, IT for Italian, and DE for Germany, you know that, and RU for Russia, Spanish, ES, and Turkish TR, right? So this is how it is been defined. Okay, this is 2 character, but the specific character for that is one single character. Okay, so that you can also do. And this text elements can be used only when the programs or the text you want to use, the text that should be only used within this program. So what if you want to reuse the same text in multiple programs? Okay, so in that case you have something called message class. Okay, you can create a message class using transaction code SE91 to reuse the same text in multiple programs. Okay, so for maintaining text globally for messages, you can create a message class. Okay, you can create message class for maintaining text globally for messages. You can create a message class. Okay, so the text element is not only for the messages, guys. You can use for any case, any purpose you want to maintain the text, you can use, but I'm just showing it in the messages. But SE91 is especially for the message class to maintain the text globally in the system. Okay, let's say for example you can go to SE91, and from here you can just create ZMSG batch 20. I want to create this message class, say create, and here go to the messages and provide the package and also the transport request where you want to store. Let's say I want to store in this one, and then execute. Okay, if you see here, you can maintain the text information message. Okay, save. That's all, you don't have to activate it. And here if you want to maintain translation, go to translation again, the same story. Okay, I'm not going to do that now. So now how to use this message class? Very simple. To tell the system to use the message class, just say message, and what type of message you want. I want information message, and the message number is 000. Put 000 and also the message ID within the bracket. This is the message ID or the message class name in a bracket. Okay, this is how you say you access the 000th of the text, and the text you display it as information message. If you want error message, in that case put it as E, error. If it is a success, in that case you can also put it as start with S, right? So see, information message is been displayed, right? This is how we can also use the message class. Understood? Are we clear? So, and one more thing is that if this
So if you use that text element, so those messages can be used for
only within the program.
this program.
So now let's say the message class is being used multiple times within the program. In that case, you also have another option. Okay, so what you can also do is, like, I'll just comment one. Okay, what you can also do, you can completely remove this from here if it is been used multiple times within the program, and then you can go to the top of your program here at the report keyword and say message ID, and you put directly that message class here. Okay, system considers directly. You don't have to use message ID again and again in a multiple times like this. Okay, so still it is same for user. There is no difference how user will see the output, but the difference is when the for us as a developer. Okay, how do we write the program, right? So the difference for us. So this is all about today's class, guys. If you have any doubts for today, you can ask me. Otherwise, we'll end our session for today and we'll connect again tomorrow. Is it okay? I'm not sure whether I'll be able to take class tomorrow. Maybe some plans. Not sure what to do. I'll maybe inform it by today night if you people are okay to have class tomorrow.
Rajnish, based on custom message description, like number, we will search like
Correct.
whether it is used in which
Another advantage
program.
of message class
How to do that?
is, let's say you want to know in which and all the program this has been used. Select this and click on the where used list button here and select wherever you want to see. I'll just select all and then execute. It will also show you this message is being used in this program. This is another advantage of using message class. You see, it is used at two places in the program, at line number 687 and line number 689. Right? Understood? So if you want to see the where this text element has been used, just select this and click on the where used list of a program. It will show you within the program where and all it is being used, in which line numbers it is being used. See, it is used in 678, 680, 682. This where used list button is within the program. So but message class will be defined globally and you can see the in which programs it is being used. But anyways, this can be used within the program. This can be used in multiple programs. Yeah. So
in header at the starting of the program, you just wrote the message code, right? Like that can message ID. So that this can be done only if you're using one message in this
you
program.
cannot provide other message class. You see, it's already started displaying in red.
Okay.
But so if you get the error in the T-code level running, so how can we find out that this message is related to this piece of
that
code?
you should be in a should have a strong knowledge in the debugging, but since you asked, I don't know how many of you will be able to take it now if I show you, but let me try. You see, you cannot provide multiple message IDs. You can only provide one. Even if you provide multiple message IDs, system will confuse if you just say I01, right? I001. It should take it from where? System doesn't understand, right? Okay, so you have to trace it back. So now I want to know from where this item does not match message is been scheduled. Some program error is coming, right? I want to know from where it is been raised. So you know how this message will be raised, right, guys? You can just keep breakdown that message. And other thing is, click on this question mark and here technical information, and you will get the application area. Application area is nothing but the message class. Go here and provide v1, and also the message number is 427. 427. Just scroll down below. Otherwise, what you can also do here, just type in 427 and say display. Now you see item does not match, and you can click on the where used list and you see actually generated the background job. I don't wanted the background job. Okay, 0 ends, no problem guys. So what you can do, you know the message ID, that is application area, and the message number. Okay, so before clicking enter, put /h here and click enter, and after that, advantage of using the global class, right? So breakpoints, and go to breakpoint at, and here message, and the message ID is v1 and the number is 427, right? It is 427. Yeah, 427. Just provide and say execute, and then execute. See, message, it's raised here, abort message A 427. Understood?
But some logic would have misread this. What is the logic? How can we find out that logic related to this message type 427?
Okay, so the logic, what you have to do, you have to check why this has been raised. The condition statement. If this SY underscore VB API -TABIX is 0, then this message is been raised. Where it will be filled, like that you have to backtrace it. Where it is filled, right? It is filled somewhere, it is used here. You have to backtrace like that, where it is filled, why it is 0. Understood? That's how you find the logic. This is the logic behind the message here.
What is the question, Srinivas? What is the question, Srinivas?
Ask if
No, what the question is saying, we have got this error, right? Because some data is missing, right? So because of that we are getting that message. So we need to fix that. But for real time we need to fix this. We need to find out that piece of code, and we need to check why this message is appearing. So I want to know that what the piece of code.
Okay.
Whether it is missing data from the edit table or somewhere else.
he wants to know where this message is raised. If he knows where it is raised, he can find out why it is raised. Based on some condition, why it is being raised.
Yeah.
So that's what you want to know.
Yeah.
You can just go back and understand this. Don't worry as of now, because still we have to cover so many things. Once debugging we will see here. Okay, and guys, if you want to debug the standard program, you should have strong core ABAP knowledge. You should have the strong knowledge about core ABAP. Okay, so standard programs are not that simple to debug. Anyways, don't worry, we will go through it one by one, not right away. We'll understand. So anybody, any doubts, any of you?
Rajnish, I had one doubt.
Yeah, please.
Rajnish, I had one doubt. Rajnish, while defining this structure, suppose say for AUFK table or AFIH table, if we are defining a structure, so in that there are certain indicators which system stores the value. Suppose say the I don't know whether it is a phase 0 or phase 1. Do you have that field? You can just check.
I got it.
PHAS 0.
These indicators, order created, released or not.
Yes. Whether based on system status, system will automatically update the value as X. Yes, these columns. While defining structure, right, we are
To
not able
which
to
table?
add these fields. Means in a program, while writing the program, I'm uh,
Why you are not
I'm
able
creating
to
a
add it?
structure.
Should
In
be
that
able.
structure, I want this
It should be
field to be
possible.
added.
Let's see. What is the table I took? See, you're able to create, right? Should be able to create. It is possible.
So it's activated.
Yeah, activated.
Okay. I tried it 2 or 3 times directly, not the
You
way
want
like
to
you
share your
selected it.
screen and show me?
I gave it
I
directly.
can tell you what mistake.
No, no, I did it in my company laptop. Okay, fine.
Fine.
In tomorrow's class I'll just show it. Like, how did you select these
You can
fields
click on the
directly?
pattern here and provide the table name or the
Okay.
structure name that you want fields from and execute. After that you will see
Okay,
list
okay.
like this, and you can select which columns you want here.
Oh,
Okay, and select column
okay.
and then
Fine,
execute.
fine. Okay.
Continue.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, anybody, any other doubts? Okay.